So, is there anyone out there who doesn't like their friends? If so, you can use Bungie Vision's Refer a Friend program to tell them to buy Destiny and torture themselves. Oh man, it's almost worth telling the YouTube owner to buy it just so he can stop fucking himself. Anyway, a little while back, Bungie announced that they were going to be rolling out a Refer a Friend program to people in order to get more players to buy and play Destiny. Now, overall, I don't have a problem with that strategy. All studios and game makers want as many people as possible to buy and play their game because, naturally, they want money. But they also want to have a robust game that keeps people talking about the game to make them more money in the future. That's just the way businesses work. The more people that play it, the more likely you are to get people to like the game and potentially buy more in the future. Makes sense, right? So the Refer a Friend program asks current players who like the game to help them out. I don't have an issue with that at all. I really don't. I don't have an issue with giving existing players rewards if they happen to refer a motherfucker. I do have an issue with the fact that if you already referred plenty of people, you're not going to get anything for this fucking game. The fact that I referred how many goddamn people, I told plenty of people to try out the game, see if you like it. They played it in year one, but now if I don't refer somebody now, I don't get shit in the game. Kind of bullshit, but you know what? That's just fucking Bungie Vision screwing people over again. But the biggest pet peeve I have right now is how the fuck do you convince someone to buy this shit? No, really. What do you sell people on in order to play Destiny? Because let's be honest for a moment. Destiny is a hard game to sell your friends on buying. If you don't outright gift this game to your friends, if you don't outright buy this shit for them, how in the world do you expect them to go out there and buy this motherfucker? So to illustrate just how hard of a selling point Destiny is, I brought along a friend to detail what a typical conversation between two buddies would look like in order to convince them to buy the game. This is how every sales pitch to a friend would actually sound like. Yeah, what's up, man? Listen, this year, you might want to think about picking up Destiny the Taken King. It's a game that's going to grow on you, and eventually you're going to like playing it.
Yeah, I see you play the game all the time, but all the reviews have said it's not that great. I'm not sure I want to spend money on that, you know?
I hear you, but most of the reviews for the game were from last year when it was pretty bad. But they've made a lot of improvements, and they've tried to keep improving the game as you continue playing the motherfucker. Plus, for the $60 that you spend, you get all the content that people paid $140 for.
You paid $140 for the game?
Me? Psh, you out of your fucking mind. I'm a cheap motherfucker. I only paid for the original and the add-on for $40, so I only spent $100 on this motherfucker. I like this shit, but I don't like it $140 worth.
I don't know, man. There's so many good games out right now that I'm playing that I just don't think I could add another one.
Destiny's like a whole bunch of games rolled into one, though. It's like Halo meets Call of Duty meets World of Nerdcraft meets Mass Effect. It's all a little bit of games all wrapped up into one package.
So it's got a little bit of everything? Then why do people rag on the game all the time?
That don't mean shit. People hate on Call of Duty all the time, too, yet every year they buy the fucking thing. Look, the game isn't perfect. No game will ever be perfect, but it's increasingly gotten better, and it's pretty fun to play with your friends and shit.
Alright, so give me an idea of what the game's like, because your videos only are like 10-minute clips of the game. What do you do all day?
Day to day, you do different shit. Sometimes you play the co-op portion against the AI. Sometimes you play against other players, you know, like Call of Duty or Halo multiplayer and shit like that. Each week on Tuesday, the world resets so that you do everything all over again.
Wait, what do you mean reset and do it all over again? Is that repetitive shit that people were talking about that the game has?
Part of it, but not entirely. See, each week, there are certain co-op portions of the game, like challenges and shit, and you can only get rewards one time a week. So when the reset occurs, that means you're able to go back, play that event again, and try and get rewards for this current week.
So you can't get all the gear rewards in the game in 1 week? That's why people keep playing the game?
Pretty much. Bungie tries to change things around each week so it's not so monotonous, but obviously the longer you play, the more you're going to start to notice shit starts repeating itself.
Alright, so how was the campaign? Because right now, I'm playing Fallout 4 and can easily put 100 hours in the campaign alone with the side missions.
I have about 1,500 hours in Destiny overall, but that's with all the weekly resets and shit.
Damn, 1,500 hours? Was the campaign that good? Because I hate it when games roll out 3 to 4 hour campaigns and then it's over and they expect you to buy DLC.
Yeah, you know, that's not right, man. I mean, with Destiny, you get about 3 times that. Because you get 3 characters to make at the start of the game and use them in all different ways and shit.
Wow, 3 campaigns?
No, just 3 characters. Now, you don't want to just focus on the time it takes to beat the campaign, because you have 3 characters to run it and friends can join you at any time.
Fallout lets you carve out pretty much the path you want for your character. Good, bad, indifferent. You name it, you can do it. You can even customize how you look and what your face looks like.
Yeah, well, Destiny allows you to be a human, awoken, or exo, or whatever.
What's exo or awoken?
I have no fucking clue, other than the exo is some sentient robot and the awoken some blue motherfucker. I guess that's part of the 10-year storyline that they're eventually gonna tell us over the years and shit like that, but I really don't know what the fucking thing is.
Well, in Fallout, you can pretty much pick whichever faction you want to enlist in for the entire game or change it at any time.
Destiny has that too. We have 3 factions with flashy colors and shit, and they give you weapons and armor and rewards and all this other shit.
I suppose. Now, I'm also playing Call of Duty from time to time just so that I can kill people. How does Destiny compare to that?
It has what they call the Crucible. That's the player versus player mode and whatnot.
Oh man, I hope it's better than Black Ops 3 because the lag and the non-dedicated servers right now are just killing me.
Yeah, you know, I know the feeling.
You should see how many lag deaths I take from getting shot around corners to magical deaths, rubber banding, you name it, it all happens in Black Ops 3.
Huh, that bad, huh? Yeah, I can sympathize with you on that one.
Plus, Treyarch added all these superpowers. They have this electronic smash move that annoys the shit out of me, and another character has an instant one-kill shot. Can you believe that? An instant one-kill shot from one bullet.
Really? Yeah, I can see how that would annoy someone.
And then other people can come back to life. This is such a bunch of crap. How the fuck can you come back to life after I just killed you? Why is that even allowed in the game?
Psh, yeah, shit, man. Listen, that must be annoying as hell. I fully feel you on that one.
I suppose Destiny doesn't have any of that shit, right? Because these superpowered deaths, overpowered weapons without any balance, the lack of dedicated servers is bullshit. I just can't play games like that anymore.
That's fine. Destiny has other things like raids and whatever. The raids are the best part of the game, though. You take 6 people, you go up against the AI and whatnot, you solve some puzzles and shit against bosses and all that, and it gives you all the gear that ranks you up to the highest level as well.
That's cool. I can do stuff like that. I'll just play until I rank up.
Well, you have to get lucky with the rewards in order to rank up.
Luck? What the hell does luck have to do with anything?
The game doesn't always give you a reward, which is one of the biggest frustrations people do have with the game. You have a chance at a reward, and sometimes you get it, and sometimes you don't. But for the most part, you don't get shit.
How the hell is that any fun? I have to hope I get something in order to rank up? So basically, you're playing raids all the time just to hope you rank up?
Raids are on the weekly reset, like I mentioned. You play it once on a character, and then once you get rewards, you have to wait until the next week after the weekly reset to do it all over again, and hopefully you get some rewards that time.
What the fuck is the point of that?
No clue, that's just how the game was made.
So I'm not guaranteed anything for playing. How long do these raids end up taking you?
Well, the current one takes about an hour, and that's the one that gives you the rewards to meet the maximum rank and shit like that. The other 2 raids are a little outdated and whatnot, and they don't give as high of rewards.
Basically, I wouldn't play them since they give outdated things. I mean, I would like to play them since I'm paying for a full game, so people still play those things, right?
Yeah, but there's no matchmaking.
What? Where am I supposed to find 5 people?
Yeah, they're starting websites that allow you to build a team. You know, you go on the website, you say you want to compete in this event, and you see if people join you or you join them, whatever. It's a little bit of a crapshoot.
Wait. I have to go to an outside website to find 5 people just to play content in the game? How fucking stupid is that?
Yeah, it's a major complaint of the game, but the raids need teamwork. Everyone has to pull their weight in the first raid called Vault of Glass. You fight against some giant motherfucker who teleports 3 people, and then it's up to the other 3 people to make sure they can bring their teammates back from the teleport. So it actually took a lot of teamwork in order to get through that shit.
Okay, that sounds fun, I guess, but I still have to find 5 people.
Well, you can always do the second raid solo. Many people completed it solo without teammates.
So what's the point of having 6 players if someone can play it solo?
It's just the design mechanics were fucked up. Basically, one person does everything almost the entire raid.
Well, what would I do in that raid?
Stand on a bridge. Oh, and you do need a good rocket launcher in this motherfucker. Then, someone else will do all the work for you.
So I play an entire event and I do nothing? Are the bosses really worth it?
Well, the first boss is in charge of time travel and shit, and that's a cool boss. The second one is like a mini god. He's like got this giant fucking sword and shit like that that'll kill you in one shot. And the third raid boss is a mini god's dad who is all pissed off that you killed his son in the prior DLC. He's the current raid boss that everyone's fighting right now. So when people want to actually go into a raid, they're fighting the dad in this motherfucker.
3 main bosses in the whole game?
Oh, and one more guy named Skolas. He's in a prison. You gotta go kill him.
You kill someone in prison. What kind of Guantanamo Bay shit is that?
Well, they have guns in the prison. You have to kind of like kill all the main guys and shit.
So is it a prison break or a riot or something?
Well, not exactly. You go in, they have all weapons already, and basically you're just kind of like taking out bosses and whatnot.
What the fuck kind of prison is that? They give the inmates guns?
Nah, man, it's like space magic and shit. Trust me, it makes sense when you're fighting the motherfucker. It doesn't make sense me explaining it. It'll make sense when you actually play the shit.
Can you break into the prison or something to kill them? Because that sounds like a cool mission if that's possible.
No, unfortunately. As a reward for capturing the enemy, the queen sends you into the prison to fight them.
Time out. A queen sends you to a prison as a reward to kill someone you just captured. Is that really the storyline you're telling me?
No, more or less, but it's got more details behind it than that.
Look, does the game have cool main characters? Because in Battlefront, you can play as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, whatever the case may be. You can visit iconic locations. Does this have any of that?
Nah, our main character is like a giant fucking alien ball that arrived 100 years ago, or whatever the fuck it is. And your main character that you're using is trying to protect that ball from dying because all these other aliens and shit are trying to beat the motherfucker up for no reason.
So, no iconic bad guy or anything other than these raid bosses?
We don't know yet. We haven't seen the main bad guy. I guess it's part of the whole 10-year plan and whatnot they supposedly have. They're not going to reveal all their cards in the first game. They're going to wait a couple games to show us all the shit. So right now we're just sort of getting bits and pieces, but we haven't seen the true badass motherfucker in the game yet.
There's gotta be something else to this game.
Well, they also have these 3-man co-op missions and shit like that, which do have matchmaking, by the way. Well, except for the weekly Nightfall mission, whatever. But basically, that's a harder mission where you have to find people again to go through it.
Great, no ability to join people, just what I wanted to hear.
Well, during those missions, enemies will change and whatnot, but you're going to be going through a whole mission where you have to defeat enemies, you have to defuse things, you have to upload things, whatever the hell it is. You're going to face a whole bunch of mooks, and then finally you get to the end of the mission, there's going to be a massive boss fight or whatever the fuck it is. At the end, you get some okay rewards, not the highest level rewards, but good things that in turn could turn into materials for upgrading all your other weapons. There's also a mission that changes on a daily basis where you get rewards from that as well, so they got all kinds of things that you get rewards from.
What kind of mission?
It's a randomized story mission, one from the campaign that you're gonna have to play again to get some extra rewards.
Oh, joy.
Well, then you can roam around the worlds and whatnot. They have like 5 locations for you to explore where you just shoot enemies, pick up random bounties, pick up shit for XP and experience points and money and whatnot. So basically you just wander around and you do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do.
Okay, so basically like free roaming in the wasteland of Fallout.
It has some similarities, but not really. Either way, it's something else to do.
So let me see if I have this straight. You want me to buy a game that's over a year old, when there are other games out right now that are newer with better reviews. The game has one campaign, which you play 3 times, and has raids, which are the best part of the game according to you, but with no matchmaking. There's a daily mission and a weekly mission, but no matchmaking. After all of these, if I don't get any rewards, I have to play again next week and do it all over again. And if I want to play against people, I will have to deal with no dedicated servers and superpowers that kill me. And each week, once the world is reset, people can play everything all over again, hope for better rewards, and if they don't get anything that time, they get to play it all over again the following week. Did I get all that right?
In summary, yeah, that's pretty close.
So why the fuck are you telling me to get a game like this? Are you getting kickbacks or something? Did they buy out your YouTube channel to promote this shit?
Nah, man, I was just giving you an idea for a game to play, with other players and shit like that.
But you said it yourself, I can't play with other people because there's no matchmaking.
Well, on some things there's no matchmaking, not everything.
Why would I spend money on a game like this if the content is repetitive, the campaign is short and probably dull, and lag kills multiplayer? What could you possibly say to convince me to get this game?
Well, if you do, I get an in-game hover bike called the Sparrow. All you have to do is say that I referred you, and then I'll take you on some missions and shit like that, and then I get like this cool-looking Sparrow and color thing for my armor and shit. Like, hey, look, it just shows that you're kind of a badass and whatnot.
So all of this whole conversation is because you want something in the game, because you're referring me? That's your whole logic behind recommending this to me for me to buy it?
Pretty much, so you're gonna run down to your nearest store and buy the game, right? Anyways, for those of you guys who are stuck in this exact same scenario, trying to convince your friends on how to buy this game, now you know how you'll be able to do it. Oh, seriously, Bungie, do you really think this shit is gonna work when referring a friend in this motherfucker? But anyway, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit, and I'll see you guys in the next video.